Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the channel. Your boy's name is Mark Roden, and today we're doing a top 10, but it's not a budget top 10, no. It is the top 10 boss battles in the car community. And what I mean by that are just 10 cars that are insanely good at what they do for some reason. And you can beat all these other little cars, but then once you get to the top, it's gonna be game over. It's a reference to video games, you know, there's boss battles in video games. But anyway guys, if you want to support the channel, I got hats, I got shirts, and I got shorts. Head on over to www.smoothstance.com/shop to pick yourself up one. They are selling out very fastly. We only have like 8 left, and I'm going to be giving 2 of them away to you guys. So if you want one, hurry up, hurry up. And let's get right into the video. Before I forget, the fact of the day is by SJ who? I don't know. Why are you asking me? I have no idea. And it is, the text to be transmitted through the internet was LOL. This is the first text that they ever transmitted through the internet, because the original word they tried to type was login, but it crashed at LO. And then they tried again, but it crashed at L. So it's funny to think that the first words were LOL to ever be transmitted into the internet. That is actually hilarious to think. Alrighty, so number 10 is the good old Evo with no wing. I mean, come on, man. It's no surprise to people that Evos can make some absolutely massive, insane power. And most of the time when you see an Evo, you probably shouldn't race it regardless. But if it has no wing and you just still decide to race it, I sure hope you don't have any passengers in the seat, because you're gonna be like a dog and get walked, all right? You're not gonna have a good time. Just, if you do have passengers, put a blindfold on them or something. You don't want to get that embarrassed, man. If someone compromises the looks of an old JDM legend that everybody wants just for the sole purpose to get a little bit faster, they are about that life. And they are going to show you what it's like to be on the receiving side of a Applebee's appetizer. I say appetizer, full course meal. You're gonna get gapped. Number 9 is Mazda Miatas at an autocross event. Miatas, as we all know, have perfect 50-50 weight distribution, and while they may have less power than my PT Cruiser, yes, that's true, look it up, they actually do have less power than a freaking PT Cruiser, but they also weigh about 1,000 pounds less than a PT Cruiser. Plus, I mean, my PT wasn't really built to be a sports car, and people commonly forget that Miatas are a sports car even if they have small power. Mazda, they just decided that that power would be more useful and the car could handle well, and not in a straight line. They're like, you know what if we go against the norm and make a car that can just turn very extremely nicely? And that's exactly what they did. These little cars absolutely rip up the competition, and the drivers are freaking straight demons, bro. I do not get it. It's like they put like Max Verstappen behind the wheel of every Miata at an autocross event. They're insane. Number 8 is Honda Civics with a laptop in the passenger seat. I mean, any Honda is kind of the same, and good gracious, Honda's got to be the scariest boss fight out there, because you never know if they're just some racer who thinks that they're fast, or if they got some massive spoolie boy snail under the hood. But one thing you do know is that that dude is going to want to race you, and like the Miata's weight distribution, it's a 50-50 shot if you're going to win that race. Okay, you never know. It's scary. It is actually like a nightmare. You can pull up behind a Honda and it could be just some Joe Schmo with a cold air intake who thinks he's the fastest man alive, and you could pull up behind a Honda and it could be freaking just insanely fast. But would you believe me if I said that there's a little loophole in the Honda racing playbook? Well, there is. All right, there are things that you can look out for to tell if you're going to win or lose a race. First one, and the main one, is a laptop in the damn passenger seat. All right, listen, if you see a laptop in the passenger seat, just put your car in reverse. Take the next exit, because you do not want that. Another really good telltale sign is backwards facing GoPros. Just run. Just run. Number 7 is Hellcat Chargers at car meets / takeover events. Listen, I enjoy going to car meets, and I'm going to say it, I absolutely enjoy it when they start doing donuts and burnouts in the parking lots, but I will agree with everybody else out there that when people start taking it to the streets and going to the intersections, I don't enjoy that. So I just want to put that out there, because there's going to be some, talk about takeover events, but I do not appreciate it when they go into the intersections. I'm strictly talking about the ones that are okay, where they're in a freaking parking lot and it's fine. It seems like Hellcat Charger owners, though, it seems like they think that the road is meant to be just a massive drift track, because they will swing these things any chance that they absolutely get. You could be having a nice like chill 10 car meet at your local movie theater, and if you see a Hellcat Charger pull up, you best believe that that meet will turn into a takeover event with at least 1,000 cars, and somehow by the end of the night you're going to end up like 2 states over from where you're supposed to be in like a matter of seconds. You're gonna be like, where am I? How did I get over here? And there's just gonna be Chargers doing donuts around your car. Number 6 is a BMW 335i on slicks or drag tires. Good God. BMW owners, they're kind of like Honda owners in a way, where they either go one of two ways. It's either a fully built like show car that just looks absolutely amazing, is on bags, and just is so clean, because BMWs do look very good, or a car that is absolutely unsafe to drive on public roads. And that's what most of the 335i owners go for. At least they don't really tend to like really race everybody out there, though. They seem like BMW owners, they seem a little like high class. It's like they only race at like sanctioned events, and like they race for like money and at like cash days and stuff like that. They never just like go on the highway and just start racing people. But God forbid that you see one of these juiced up monsters in the wild, you might want to engage some camouflage so he doesn't see you. Number 5 is S13s at a drift event, or actually, I mean, any S chassis car for that matter. These cars came out and the Nissan was like, you know what? Here's a cool little sports car for old people to enjoy on the weekends. I think they're gonna love this. And now it's like the freaking Hunger Games every time an S chassis comes on Facebook Marketplace for under $5,000, because everybody and their mother wants to drift one of these things. Everyone out there. And you would think that since there's so many people that want to drift these cars, there's going to be a lot of inexperienced S chassis drifters out there, and you would see a lot of S chassis getting crashed and getting banged up. And I'm sure there are a couple, but for the most part, these dudes are just different beasts behind the wheels of these things. It's like when you get in an S13 or any S chassis, you just get like 20 years of drifting experience in your brain. Adam LZ uses an S chassis in Formula Drift. Okay, that's insane. Formula Drift is like top of the line, and he's using an S chassis. They are really good cars. Number 4 is a Lamborghini with no rear bumper. I mean, it's a freaking Lambo, so if you race it, you're already asking for trouble. But when the rear bumper is missing, shut the front door, all right? Another telltale sign that one of these Lambos is going to gap you is if the exhaust looks like a freaking, like, Chuck E. Cheese tube playground. You know what I'm talking about? When they had the tube playgrounds at Chuck E. Cheese. If their exhaust looks like that, just run. I don't know why Lambo owners have to be so extra and make their exhaust look like that, but they do. And they are always pushing well over 600 horsepower that Lamborghini says the car has. That number never stays the same. I mean, in all reality, just think about it for a second. It's a highly modified, most likely turbocharged Lamborghini. You'd have to be an absolute mad lad to race something like that. That's insanity. You are insane. Third place is a Infiniti G35 sedan at a car meet. Or takeover event, whatever you want to call them. We talked about the Charger Hellcat before, but these guys are even scarier. Okay, these guys are like nightmares. They have Nissan 350Z power, but they have it in a grandma sedan that nobody's going to look at and nobody likes. So now they have a pretty fast car, and they know it, but they need to prove it to all of the other people watching. And since it has 4 seats, you know that this guy probably brought all of his friends, and he can't let them down. He doesn't want to be embarrassed. He doesn't want to have to drive back the whole time and then be talking about everybody else doing donuts and not him. And since the car probably only cost him like 1 share of Shiba coin, if you don't get that reference, it's literally below a penny right now, he doesn't care if anything bad happens to him. So while the Charger will turn your event into a takeover, a G35 sedan is going to turn your event into a freaking GTA Online lobby. You're going to have oppressors flying over you by the end of the night. You're going to have 3 stars and you didn't even do anything. I recommend using binoculars and standing at least a mile away when they get in there so that you don't lose your life. Second place is a 2007 Nissan Altima on the highway. Yeah, you may think that I'm joking, but absolutely positively super crabalicious, espialidocious, whatever that word is, not. All right, I'm not joking. Altima owners, they do not know the difference between 200 miles per hour and the speed limit. They think that they are living as a protagonist in a Need for Speed game, and they're going to stop at nothing to get to their destination in freaking record-breaking time. As a matter of fact, I'm sure an Altima owner has beaten the land speed record on his way to get, like, groceries. All right, he's probably been like, oh no, we're all out of plates. What am I going to do? Let me go to the grocery store real quick. And then he's going to be like, I'll see you later. It's going to be like that episode from SpongeBob where he's like, oh, you want to see me run to that rock? You want to see me do it again? That's what he's going to do. They're so scary. And and a normal bone stock, well-kept, nice, clean one, that you're going to be okay, all right? You don't got to worry about that. it hasn't really quite fully matured yet. But when you see one with the hubcaps off, it looks like it's been in a demolition derby before. It hasn't been cleaned since the day it rolled off the production line. The tint is peeling off the windows and it looks like it was applied by a 3-year-old. Pull over, call the cops, get out of your car, because he's going to be breaking the sound barrier. Finally, first place is the legend itself, a Foxbody Mustang at a Mexico Cash Days event. If you don't know what a Mexico Cash Days event is, it's a 1320, well, it's not just 1320 video, they do them all over the place. It's a drag racing event that they host in Mexico. I mean, come on, man. Is there anything out there that can compete with these cars? Please, tell me. I need them to be beat, all right? Every time I watch a 1320 video, the intro is like, okay, so here's a fully built 800 horsepower WRX, here's a 1500 wheel horsepower Nissan GTR, and here's a rusty, dusty Foxbody with Jim from your local AutoZone behind the wheel. Let's see who's gonna win. And I click off the video right then and there because I already know what's about to happen, okay? It's actually unfair. I don't get where they get so much power from. I saw a video one time where a Foxbody Mustang went off the track and literally wrapped around a tree, which he probably accidentally used his like 1000 shot of nitrous instead of his 100 shot. But either way, the guy just got out of this car. It was mangled. It was mangled and in shambles. He just got out and walked away. I was like, I swear, people who own Foxbody Mustangs eat, sleep, and breathe racing. It is like the only thing they know how to do is race. And they are like, oh my God, does this car really only have 2,000 horsepower? I can't even daily drive that. That's not even fast enough to daily. How am I gonna get on the highway? These guys are insane. If you own a Foxbody Mustang, stop. Make the world a better place. Stop racing, okay? It's scaring me away. But that is the end of this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Really quick, in case you guys couldn't tell, that whole video was just all jokes, all right? Yes, those are insanely fast cars and insanely scary at what they do, but if I said anything bad, like when I said at the end, like, if you own a Foxbody Mustang, stop. You're making the world a better place. Don't stop. It's actually super sick. You guys are insane. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, like, comment! Please comment, all right? Comment a fact of the day. I need facts of the day. You guys aren't doing that, man. You guys got to keep them coming, all right? Keep them coming. I'm doing facts of the day. Let's go. And subscribe to the channel for more. Das Vidania, and have a nice night.